All right, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch something here called Six-Pack Annie. Too young to care, too fast to catch. Let's check it out. I'm going to catch her.
Come on, Mary Lou, move your ass. Bought by milkmaids, filling a cup, you'll get it up. You see Six-Pack Annie.
Lindsay Bloom plays Annie.
Who the hell taught you how to drive, Busty? Same woman taught me to screw. Yeah, they told us both. That's what she said. Get out of my way.
So this is a diner where Six-Pack Annie works at, and this is Bruce Boxleitner in his feature film debut. He plays Bobby Joe, and he's got a thing for Annie.
Oh, it ain't shit I show.
They're in danger of losing the diner.
You look like you swallowed a worm, Aunt Tess.
It's a letter from Mr. Pike at the bank, darling. If we don't make those payments, we're gonna lose the diner.
Annie has an idea, though.
Nope. A sugar daddy. That's what we need. Someone to take care of us. Set us up in style, buy some new clothes, and a new car.
Bobby Joe spends some quality time with Annie in the pond until the sheriff comes and breaks him up.
Well, might have on night, ain't it? Come
He
on
decides
over
to arrest
today
him.
and get your property. No, she's all right. Just in a little trouble again.
Sheriff. Can I?
This is her co-worker, Mary Lou.
Mary Lou, John here's looking for someone to take to the dance. You know anyone that might want to go with him?
Mine?
Over in Purville, John here's known as Long John, the all-night wonder.
Mr. Parker, it just seems that business is off all over.
The banker.
Oh, believe me, Mrs. Barnes, I am profoundly sorry, but we simply can't extend your commitments any further.
No exploitation film would be complete without a bar fight. That's our friend Bobby Joe. The sheriff offers to give her the money.
I ain't ever married, and I'm a frugal man. I've been scrimping and saving for years, and I'd be mighty proud to give you the lend.
But there's a catch.
What do you want, Marlon?
You, Annie. I want you so awful much I can taste it.
Here's his plan how to get rich.
Yeah, what is it?
Parking tickets.
Parking tickets?
I'm gonna splash me parking tickets all over this whole damn
And that's how he's going to pay
I
her.
get 2% of everything I bring in.
Marlon, you idiot. There ain't but 1,047 people in the whole damn county.
I know it, Annie, and I ain't gonna miss one of them.
Throughout the film, these two guys would tell jokes.
Luke, that wife of mine's a liar.
How do you know?
Well, she didn't come home all last night. I asked her where she was. She said she spent the night with her sister Shirley.
So?
I spent the night with her sister Shirley.
At one point, they picked up a couple of male hitchhikers, but they're in for a surprise.
Look in the back and see how they're doing.
They're homosexuals.
Oh my God, Annie, look. They're kissing and hugging. What are we gonna do? Oh, shit.
They go to visit Aunt Tess, played by Louisa Moritz. You might remember her from The Last American Virgin.
Sure are leaving in style. Well, don't just stand there. Come on in. Make yourselves at home. Be on our way back.
Maybe she can borrow them the money.
Oh, hold on there just a minute, baby sister. I'd like to help you out, but I'm sort of between sugar daddies at the moment, and I ain't got $600.
The ladies find a potential sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy's drink. Oh, no thank you, Mr. Denton. We can drink later. Now, I think we ought to get down to business.
Business?
Well, we have to make sure that you meet our qualifications.
He's got a bit of a kinky fetish.
I am the Emperor Napoleon.
I conquer. Kiss my foot. I'm coming.
Kiss my ass. I'm going.
They meet another rich guy later, and Mary Lou's dressed up as Bunny.
They'll all like her tail.
Annie, you better get yourself a sugar daddy quick, because I don't know how much of this I can take.
So she meets another guy who gives her a ring, but little does she know that he just paid $4.99 for this ring at a toy store upstairs.
Is that a diamond?
Of course it's a diamond.
He's not as rich as she thinks he is. So she thinks she's finally found her sugar daddy.
Can we go swimming in the pool later?
Later.
Meanwhile, Mary Lou doesn't like the fact that this guy grabbed her ass before.
Thank you and fuck you. Oscar!
Annie wakes up to find out she's been ditched and conned. She gave up the goods for nothing.
Look next time in the city slicker.
So she's got to get dressed and go back home, defeated
Son of a bitch!
and broke.
My ring! I got screwed. I knew you could do it. I gotta talk to you.
Their last shot at a rich guy, a potential sugar daddy.
Whoa! You can't milk a bull.
Here it is.
And the breeze. She's winking at me.
Cut that out, Jack. You're more trouble than you were. Oh, phone you, son of a bitch.
But guess what? He's married.
Who's that?
Oh, reckon it's the little woman.
There you are. You worn out piece of rawhide.
So it's the day of reckoning. The bank is going to come to collect the money or collect the diner. But guess what?
Thank you very much, Annie. Say, that's a mighty pretty stone. May I see it?
Why, Shirley?
Thank you. I'm sorry, Annie, but I haven't seen a stone like this in 20 years. I'll give you $5,000 for cash.
What?
All right, 7.
What?
And that's more than enough.
$7,000 for that stone?
Now, if you just sign a bill of sale, I'll get you the $7,000 from the bank.
So the diner is saved, and in an uncredited cameo appearance, Billy Barty shows up.
Let me help you. I'm sorry. Here. Oh,
And that's our film. All right, let's talk about Six Pack Annie. This is a movie that I taped off of cable, like one of the Encore channels or Showtime or something, maybe around 2002, something like that. It's been quite a while since I've seen this movie, and I didn't remember much about it. But you know what? This movie's kind of fun. It's a exploitation film, came out in 1975, I believe. Stars Lindsay Bloom as Annie, Six Pack Annie. She works at a diner. She's a busty blonde. And turns out her, was it her aunt? I can't remember. I think her Aunt Tess owns the diner, but she owes like $5,100 in back taxes. So the bank is threatening to foreclose like immediately and repossess the property. So she decides, Annie, that, you know what, I gotta find a sugar daddy who can take care of us, and he'll get us some money, maybe a car, that sort of thing. So she spends the majority of her film trying to find a sugar daddy, and she uses her friend Mary Lou as well, and they go all over the place trying to find sugar daddies. They keep striking out wherever they go. At one point, the sheriff actually agrees to help her out, but turns out he doesn't have the money, but he has a plan to get the money by giving out parking tickets to everybody in the county and giving her 2% of the take, which she thinks is ridiculous. Later on, she actually meets this guy who says he'll take care of her, but he turns out he's a con man. She gives up the goods to him, and then he ditches her in the night, and that didn't work out. They meet this other guy that didn't work out. Then they meet this drunk guy who's about to give them $6,000, but then his wife comes in with a shotgun and busts it up. Basically, they also meet her Aunt Flora, I think was her name, played by Louisa Moritz. You might remember her from Last American Virgin. I think she was in the movie I reviewed, Hot Chili, also. She was also one of the Bill Cosby victims, who was part of that lawsuit, alleged victims. And but she plays Aunt Tess. They asked her if she could give them the money, but she said she was between sugar daddies at the time, so she didn't have anything to give them. Ultimately, they come back home defeated, and then the day that the bank is going to show up, there's this traveling salesman peddler guy who notices this necklace that she's wearing with this big stone on it. And he's like, I've never seen a stone like this before. And he ends up offering her to give her $7,000 for it. She had no idea what she was wearing, but he's like, yeah, I'll take it. That $7,000 is more than enough to pay off the bank. And that's pretty much how our movie ends. Then Billy Barty shows up and puts a pie in the sheriff's face. What he was doing there to begin with, I have no idea. But hey, cameo. So anyway, that's Six Pack Annie. Again, I really enjoyed this movie. It's got a little bit of nudity, not a ton, but a little bit. Lindsay Bloom gets naked. Louisa Moritz gets naked. Bruce Boxleitner's film debut. I think we see his butt in this movie too. It's got a bar fight. It's just a load of fun. Loads of fun. And kind of a catchy theme song, the Six Pack Annie song. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. Probably more than I should have. But hey, it's kind of fun. Check it out. You can get this DVD. It's actually put out by the MGM Limited Edition Collection, which means it's more or less made on demand. It shows up as a DVD-R when you put it in. And you can get this movie on eBay for maybe $20 or so, 20, 25 in that area. That's about the range I got it in. This movie was never released on VHS back in the day, DVD only. So there you go. Or I'm sorry, DVD-R only. So check it out, Lisa. Come and let me know what you think about Six Pack Annie. I will leave a link to it on Amazon down below, and you should click that link and buy it. It's fun. Check it out. Bye.